It's the Sunday Morning Brew with Maddie and Elle.
Good morning.
Hello.
Cheers. Happy Sunday.
Hi, guys. I don't even have coffee today. I have water because I'm boring.
Where's the coffee? I can't believe you don't have coffee this morning.
I'm not ready for coffee. I'm barely ready to exist.
I'm that person that as soon as my eyes are open, I'm like, coffee. Like, I can't fucking function at all. But do you like my tree?
It looks very nice. I'm actually really jealous. I haven't put mine up yet. I'm still unpacking things.
It's not real, but it's beautiful. And we love her.
Artificial is the way to go.
We love her. She's
You don't need pine needles all over your floor.
Exactly. It does smell great, but we have cats. We have a dog. They would go nuts for it. So fake tree it is. But good.
Some like pine Febreze on it. There you go.
They actually make like a pine scented thing for fake trees. Like people sell it. It's a thing. But good morning, everybody. Late night for the East Coast for sure. UFC 310. Kind of dragged on just a little bit, but there were some really cool moments throughout the night. Before we get to that, though, I went to a hockey game last night with my family. Super fun. Have you ever been to a hockey game?
Yeah, I love hockey. I used to play hockey, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, like little Pee-wee League. We were all terrible.
That's amazing, though. We went to a hockey game together. I just remembered with Game Bread.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah. Love that. But yeah, we went to a hockey game last night. We sit down. We're with my nephews. 5 minutes after sitting down, a hockey puck flies off the rink, hits my husband directly in the face.
Oh.
Literally hit him square in the face. I was like, oh my God. He has a huge like gash on his nose.
Is he okay?
He's okay. He's fine. But like, oh my God. I was like, of all the people that could have happened to, it just cut him right across the nose. He's got like a little bruise on his cheek. I'm like, oh my God. People kept coming up, like police officers and like staff kept coming up to him being like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you going to sue us? Like type of thing. But yeah, no, he's totally fine. But like, what a freaking weird night. Like such a weird night. So for that reason, I missed the prelims, but we got to the main card. Was there anything that you loved about the prelims?
The prelims were better than the main card.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Besides Pantoja, the main card was not the best.
Yeah.
Like, and the internet seems to agree with me, you know, like the prelims, I was literally, I texted you guys this. We're sitting here watching the highest level grappling I think I've ever seen in a fight, scramble wise, besides the wonderful Grant Dawson. Yeah, he did. Nobody really scrambles. They just get stuck. Grant's sitting over here.
Good morning, Grant.
Some of the highest level grappling we've ever seen in mixed martial arts. And I was like, wow, what an incredible fight. I can't wait to hear all the casual fans talk about how boring it was.
Yep.
And honestly, that fight could have replaced a number of fights on the main card.
Yeah.
And I would have been so happy with it.
Moicano had a hilarious statement about it. Like, yeah, let's put Aljo on the prelims just so we can see Kron Gracie pull guard every 5 seconds.
Dude, like, that's terrible.
I'm a striker. We all know this. Even I was like, this is horrendous. Like, what are you doing? It was so bad. And like, not to take away from Bryce Mitchell, because I thought he looked pretty good and did a lot of great things. I mean, that elbow was vicious, but dude, what are you doing?
No, it was horrendous. I forgot, Sean. You are correct. Landwehr and Choi was a good fight.
That was a very good fight.
That was a very good fight. But after that, the main card was pretty downhill until Pantoja. But I agree with you. Like, I just, what was Kron Gracie? What is Kron Gracie still doing fighting?
No idea.
You know what a crazy statistic is? Kron Gracie is 36 years old. And before last night, he had the same amount of pro fights as Bo Nickel.
Wow. That's a crazy stat.
He was 5-2 before last night. Now he's 5-3.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
Overall,
Yeah,
not
dude.
in the UFC, guys. That is his
Yeah.
overall professional MMA record. Like,
Oh my
what is
God.
he doing on the main card of a pay-per-view? It's just
It's kind of shocking that he was even signed to the UFC with a record like that. And the age at what he is.
I mean, he's only had 3 UFC fights, so it's not like he did his whole
Right.
career in the UFC.
Right. Exactly.
He's only had 3 UFC fights. Well, now 4. He was 1
Yeah.
and 2, now 1 and 3. But
Damn, that's crazy. That's a crazy stat. How about so I was really hoping for, history to be made last night. Like it would have been wild for Kaya Sakura to take the title. Like it would have been unprecedented. But we did have history last night for the first time ever. We had to have a shorts change in between rounds. What the hell was that? That was crazy. Did his shorts rip on the cage? Is that what happened?
I guess so.
I'm like, what is happening here? So Shavkat versus Machado Gary. Pretty much what I thought would happen. But it was entertaining. I thought, like it was competitive. Ian took a little while to get going, but he got going and it was fun to watch. Some fighters are just bags of bones to showcase on their cell. Okay. We got to get to some of these comments, but yeah, I mean, he must have ripped it on the cage.
That he didn't even know it ripped. Like,
oh, I noticed immediately. Because I was like just saying to Ross, I was like, thank God his underwear didn't rip too. Like that would have been so friggin' awkward.
Because you see the guys who have who wear the Muay Thai, the Muay Thai shorts with the slits.
Yeah,
they do rip sometimes, and you'll see it rip wider. But I've never seen that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, none of that. Thank goodness. That would have been awkward. But they did. I noticed that the camera work was a little funny. Like he obviously changed in the cage, so they were just like, "And we're not gonna go that."
Coming back.
Yeah. Like, but shout out to the UFC because I don't think there's ever been a shorts change in between rounds. Like the fact that they had those shorts on hand, I was like, how are they always prepared for everything? It's crazy. It's crazy. Coffee and pancakes this morning. Love that.
Oh, I want pancakes.
Oh, Elle, please tell me you know this reference.
Of course.
Thank God. Thank God. Sean, I love this comment.
Yes.
I ripped my pants. So good. So good.
All right, Randy, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down, sir.
Damn. Okay. All right. Yeah. So main event. Pantoja's an absolute dog.
He's on a different level than every other flyweight.
It's so crazy. So where do you put Kaya Sakura now in the rankings? I was thinking that. Like, do you put him at 3, 4? Do you not rank him?
No, they'll rank him because I think it looks bad if they don't. But I'm not taking anything away from Kaya Sakura because he has some really great wins on his record. And it's actually kind of funny. Everybody that he's beat, that he's rematched against, he's lost to the second time.
Oh, wow.
I was going through his Hiramasa, Kyoji, and there was one other guy as well, Manel Kopp. All 3 of them he fought twice, beat the first time, lost the second time.
That's so interesting.
Sorry, guys. Weird in the comment section on a Sunday.
I love it. The comment section gets weird all the time.
All the time, but extra so today. I guess you put him maybe it's hard to put him over Moreno and Royval and.
Well, I'm thinking do you give him Moreno next?
No.
Let me see.
No, I don't think so. I think, well,
I don't know. Or honestly, a fight with Kai Kara France would be awesome. I think that would be fun.
Yes, you could do, because Pantoja fought him on The Ultimate Fighter, right? But not in the UFC.
Who, Kai?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I will find it. I have the technology. So he beat him. I saw that. I saw somebody saying that he hasn't beat Kai Kara France yet. He actually has, but it was on The Ultimate Fighter. By decision, he did beat him. It was pretty convincingly, if I'm remembering correctly. I haven't watched that season in a while. It was season 24 when they did the flyweight tournament, which was so good. Best season, guys. Best season. But he did beat him on the Ultimate Fighter, but they haven't fought since. And that was in 2016. So my only argument against that is the only people that Pantoja hasn't beat yet in the rankings are Amir Albazi, who doesn't deserve a title shot because he just got steamrolled by Brandon Moreno, and Kai Kara France, who he did beat on the Ultimate Fighter, but hasn't fought since in almost 10 years. So I guess my argument is, do you give him
Pantoja?
No, I'm saying, do you give Kai Asakura Kai Kara France? Because then you risk losing, like, Kai Asakura. I gotta stop.
So it's risky for Kara France to do that, because then
Well, I just, even the UFC, like, you've already run out of contenders for Pantoja to fight. I keep like getting distracted by Randy's comment section and like, whoa. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm focusing. Yes. If you give Asakura to Kai Kara France and Asakura beats him, then you lose the Kai Kara France versus Pantoja title shot, and Kai just lost to Pantoja. So I think
they have to be careful with what they do with Kai Asakura next.
Maybe Amir Albazi makes the most sense because he's coming off of a loss.
Yep.
He's not next for a title shot. And that way, and Moreno shouldn't fight him, to be honest, because Moreno, I feel like Royval deserves the next title shot, even though Pantoja beat him. And then Moreno should be after him, type of thing, because he lost to Royval. But we've already seen both of those fights.
I know, like nobody wants to see it again. So I'd
watch him fight Moreno again because it was such a good fight.
Yeah.
But
I would give the opportunity to Kara France.
Tatsuro. Yeah, oh, that's actually a good fight too. You could give Tatsuro Taira Kai Asakura too.
Yeah. I say
give
Kara France the opportunity to fight for the belt, right? Just switch things up a bit. Scoot Amir Albazi down to 4, put Kai at number 3, and have them fight next. So then you still got like a little bit of mix up. You got new fights happening. It'd be fun.
Well, here's the beef though, is you can't let Kai Kara France skip Royval and Moreno.
I know.
Because Kai's last loss was to Moreno, other than Albazi, right? Like, so you can't have him skip over him and Royval.
Yeah, there's a bit of a pickle. There's a bit of a pickle in the flyweight division.
Like, Pantoja's just got to beat Royval and Moreno again.
Yeah,
and then you give him Kai. But Kai is coming off. Is Kai coming off a loss to Albazi? Is that his last fight?
Brandon will get his title eventually. No worries. Honestly, the Moreno fan base is just fantastic. They're just the best.
Brandon Moreno's a stellar guy.
Yeah.
Like, he really is a fantastic
great person.
So I respect it, even though Pantoja is my friend and he's definitely going to beat Moreno the next time they fight again. He's beat him 3 times, guys.
He beat
subbed him once, 2 convincing one convincing decision, and then a very close fight. But I did think Pantoja won the fight. What was I saying? What was I looking at? Tatsuro Taira? No, Kai Kara France.
All I know is I freaking love watching this division because it is just so fast, and it's like if you blink, you could miss like what is actually going on with those exchanges. And it was just so fun. Like, it was a short fight, but the main event was really fun to watch. Like, there was a lot of high level stuff going on with the striking and just like the quick movements and just like
so fast.
Just like millisecond decisions were being made. It's just so cool.
I stand corrected. I'm sorry. I forgot. Kai Kara France did knock out Steve Erceg after his loss to.
Right. Oh, that was nasty.
To Amir Albazi. So that's a solid win. Another guy that got a title shot that came up short against Pantoja. But yeah, I think there's got to be, the UFC needs to do some finagling to get Kai Kara France into that title shot.
Right.
We've seen everything else, you know?
Yeah. There needs to be like a shakeup of some sort, but it needs to make sense. So I like that. But
Was maybe Asakura? You can't do Asakura versus Van. You can't go from a title. It makes the UFC look bad that they gave Asakura a title shot if you give him number 14, 15 after that. Like you can't do that big of a jump. Like just like you can't go.
He's got to
go number 14 to title shot. I don't think you should go title shot to number 14 either.
Right. But yeah, I love watching the little guys, but the heavyweights were fun too. Very controversial ending, very weird ending. I did not have Gone winning.
You and nobody else.
Yeah.
So the internet is quite upset. I think the consensus is that Gane maybe won the second round.
Yeah.
And then Volkov should have had 1 and 3.
Yeah. Well, so I had Volkov winning the second round. Because I'm trying to think if I'm mixing up the rounds, but I feel like Volkov was.
Thought he won 2 and 3, and Gane might have had the first.
He was piecing him up in the second round, and then he was dominant for the third round. So I was like, how could you even justify Gane winning any other round than the first round? So go ahead.
We have Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
You guys haven't caught our post-fight show with Jonathan. It is fantastic. It's very late, obviously, but if you are
what a trooper,
you should stay up for it.
Yeah,
after
John saying none of us had the post-fight had Gane winning. Yep. Nobody. I don't think nobody had him winning. Yeah, I mean, you had him winning.
I don't remember exactly. I was thinking I had it 1 and 3 for Volkov, but maybe 2 and 3.
I think it was 2 and 3.
And then the first round was closer.
Yeah, it was competitive. It was a competitive fight. It was a really fun fight. And then, it was just a weird ending. Like, why did Cyril Gane not want to make a statement after his fight? Like, okay, maybe you broke your toes, but why did that upset you? Like, you won. It was a very awkward moment. It was just very awkward.
Very weird. I don't think there was any round in that fight that was exciting enough to be a 10-8.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But it was a fun. I enjoyed watching it. I was like rooting for anybody. I was just like, this is a cool fight. Like, let's get it done. But he looked just like Paddy Pimblett. I could not get.
You keep saying that. I was like,
I could not get the image out of my head.
Stuck Paddy in like a taffy puller and like.
Or like just shot up Paddy Pimblett with a bunch of steroids and kept the cornrows. I was like, oh my God, this is like what is it in Pokemon when they like mature to like
evolved. I almost said morphed. I was like wrong anime.
It was like the evolution. It was like Paddy evolved into Volkov, and I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. This is nuts. But yeah, I can't be the only one who thinks that. He looked just like him. Oh yeah, Joe Rogan did say it. All right, good.
There you go.
All right.
It's not just you.
It's like, this is crazy.
Alex the Paddy Volkov.
But yeah, I didn't get a chance to check out their like press fight interviews or anything, but I do know that Dana spoke with Volkov. I think Dana was pretty upset with that outcome. So that's, that's something, I guess. But that's another division where it's like things need to be starting to get a little shake. I think we need like a new star. We need like a new something to go into the heavyweight division besides, because John Jones is on his way out eventually. And then, I love Tom Aspinall, but who's behind Tom Aspinall to like really love and like root for?
Well, and that's the thing. That's why we need to see Tom Aspinall fight John Jones, because if he beats Jones, that's his opportunity for superstardom.
Yeah.
That's their opportunity to have a new age draw in the heavyweight division, because I don't think as of right now anybody under Tom is beating Tom. I think that if you have I understand why they want to do Jones and Pineda. I understand why it's a big fight. But I'm just saying if Jones retires without fighting Tom Aspinall, you lose that opportunity for Tom Aspinall to become a bigger superstar.
Yeah, like Tom deserves that moment. He deserves that moment of like,
we'll need it too, because when
Yeah.
Jones retires, it's going to go back to Tom Aspinall, who we love, but who isn't like, he's not the biggest draw,
mhm,
you know?
yeah. He's getting there. Like, he's very charismatic. He's good on the mic. He's exciting to watch. But he needs that one moment where fair weather fans are watching and they see John Jones, they see Tom, and then John loses. And then it's like,
Right.
oh, okay, now I have Tom Aspinall to root for. All right, let's go. Like, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And even if he loses a really close fight to Jones,
Mm,
I could see him still getting some of
yeah,
that. But
1000%.
there's nobody to make his name off of in the
Mhm.
division besides Jones. Like, they
Yeah.
just don't exist. Like, Jones made his name off of
Silva, right?
no,
No? Who?
White Shogun. Yeah.
Oh,
So like,
Shogun,
you
yeah.
have to have, I'm sorry, I'm not awake today.
Coffee
You have
girl?
to have like, you have to have a big name already that you
Mhm.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
elevates you, you know?
Right. Like, he had his moment. Now
Uh,
it's time for Tom to have his moment.
McGregor made his name off of Alto at the time.
Right.
Like, and Eddie, like these
Yeah, they
superstars.
all have that one moment. John, it's the pro wrestling rub. Old wrestlers usually use. Yeah, exactly, John. Yeah, love that, analogy. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. Hopefully, we'll see it. But apparently, I mean, the rumors are swirling about how much money John Jones is asking for. I think the last number I saw was like, what was it, like 30 million or something? It was
That's what I'm
something.
worried that that's what's going to happen, is they're just going to get hung up on
Yeah,
negotiations forever,
right,
and the fight's never going to happen.
right, for sure. But anyway, if we were to rate UFC 310, I'll give it a B.
For the prelims and Pantoja and
Yeah, I'll
Nate
give it a
Landwehr
B.
and Duho Choi. Those
Yeah.
are like,
Yeah, Duho Choi, dude, I fucking love that guy.
I like
love
him
that
a
guy.
lot. I mean, they're always exciting. Both of them are.
Oh,
I just don't think they should have been on the prelims over Movsar and Aljo. I just,
yeah.
and
Or on
even
the main card, you mean?
over
Yeah.
Reyes and Smith. Like, Dominic
Yeah.
Reyes is great too.
Oh,
Like,
we didn't even talk about Anthony
that was a
Smith.
good fight too.
Dude. Oh, Anthony Smith. That was a tough one to watch, man. Like, and I didn't realize, so when I was watching it, I didn't realize I hadn't heard about his teammate slash coach that passed away.
Yeah.
So obviously that affects you mentally for sure. But I also think with that given, like, it's time for him to be done.
And he kind of said it. Like,
Yeah.
I understand not wanting to like do that like in the moment. Oh, we gotta
Right.
talk about Luque too.
Right.
Mesh.
Yeah.
Absolute smash. But no, like, I understand him not wanting to do it in the moment, where you need to calm down, you need to assess the situation. But I do think it's time. I
Mhm.
really do.
Yeah. And he even said, like, probably, my house is nuts. I have so many animals just running around. Anyway, but yeah, anything about UFC 310 that we missed before we kind of peek at next weekend?
I mean, like I said, the prelims were killer. Cody Durden and Joshua Van had a fantastic fight. That was super
Another
fun to
guy
watch.
I love Cody Durden.
Eric Anders obviously finished Chris Weidman. Big win for him. The Randy Brown-Bryan battle fight was solid. It was solid.
Why do people keep booing Brian Battle? I know he missed weight a lot.
Well, he missed weight by a lot.
Yeah. But I feel like fans don't usually boo for those reasons.
I mean, the only other time I've seen it was when he beat a French guy in France. So I think that one's fair.
Yeah. I just feel like his last two fights, people have been like giving him so much hate, and I'm like, what's to hate? Like, this dude is a great, like, he's so good. Like,
He's not usually
I mean,
boring to
he's
watch.
got a little bit of a, an ego, I guess, but like, I don't know. There's worse fighters.
What is going on with Randy?
Yeah, Randy,
take away your
having-
commenting privileges.
You're having a moment today, Randy. I don't know what it is.
Luque, I think Luque was much too soon for Temba Garimbo. Like, that was I'm sorry, you missed most of the prelims. I don't know if you saw that fight.
No, I feel like I saw that one. Hold on a sec. Hold on.
Dropped him early, right into a Darce. Luque's got an insane Darce. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's the one I did see. Yeah, that was insane. Yeah, he was out cold. It's always scary when like they're breathing weird. I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
It's the
You know?
twitch for me. When people
Yeah.
go to sleep and they like
Yeah.
twitch.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah. Great performance though.
No, Luke looks great.
Okay, so heading forward, we got Covington versus Buckley next weekend. That should be interesting. I'm hoping Covington doesn't make it boring. He's done that before. He's done that in the past, but he's good at securing the win. And I think Buckley's going to do what he can to make it interesting and wild and try and get the knockout.
I think Buckley's winning that fight.
Yeah.
I don't think Colby Covington is the same Colby Covington. Like, we didn't see his gas tank is usually his greatest asset.
Yeah.
And we didn't see that in the Leon fight. Like, he just didn't push the pace. And I feel like with how dangerous Buckley is, he has to smother him for
right. He's got to be a blanket. Like,
and Buckley used to really struggle with the cardio, and we just haven't seen that anymore. He really has done a good job improving that. So I'm very interested to see that. I agree with Christian here. He has got the power to finish anybody. And I think he's one of those guys that can do it. Colby wet blanket Covington. He's one of those guys who can do it like at any point in a fight that he's down. He could be down 4 rounds.
Yeah, Wonder Boy Thompson. I mean, he was certainly down in that fight. And then all of a sudden, here he comes. It's like, it's crazy. Yeah, Sean, back to this one. It's always scary when they wake up from a choke and they ask what happened, or they've asked like, have I fought yet or something.
I'd rather that happen after going to sleep in a choke than getting knocked out.
Right. Okay.
I've seen like Grant cornered an old teammate of ours, and he actually ended up winning the fight, but he basically was like out and then came back and fought half unconscious and won. And he kept looking at the ref and he was like, "What happened? I won?"
Oh.
And then in the back for like several minutes after, he was still like, "Wait, what happened? Why are we happy?" Like, so scary.
Oh my God, that's scary. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, the first fight, or I'm sorry, the last fight before Alex Pereira went to the UFC, he knocked his opponent out, and the camera like didn't pan away as the opponent was like recovering, and his opponent was like, "Did I fight yet? Like, did the fight happen yet?" And it's like, pan away.
Give the man some time.
Like, dude, nuts. Anyway, so next weekend, Covington versus Buckley. You got Swanson versus Quarantillo. A couple of good fights. It should be good. Is this the last fight of the year? Last card of the year? Yeah.
I don't think we have another one until
last card of the year, guys, and then it goes quiet for a while.
Is January 18 the first card of January, or is there one before yours, Bev? You know? Is there one on the 11th?
I don't know. Yeah.
The 11th?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, January 11th.
Fighting Trey Ogden on that card. So we have no fights after Tampa until the 11th.
Love it. Randy, you're freaking weird, dude. Thank you for making our comment section interesting today, though. But I think that's it. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning and talking MMA and all good jazz. We rated it a B, and it's because the prelims saved the night. And then on to next weekend for our last fight night of the year. And then I think the Fight Banana show, we're going to try and, pick some, I think Dave was saying this, we're going to try and pick some awards of like favorite fighter or best knockout.
We're going to do our own fighters only awards.
Love that.
There are some fights that should have been on the fight of the year nomination, in my opinion, that weren't.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll save it for the Fight Banana show. I love that. Well, everyone have a wonderful Sunday. Get your coffee. Enjoy your day. We will see you back on Tuesday. Peace. Bye.